Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Harvest of Hope. I'm your host, Minister Pedro Diaz, and today's theme is Stomp the Doubt, Stand in Faith. Today, I want to speak to the person who's been pushing, praying, and believing, and still hearing that whisper of doubt. To the one who's smiling on the outside, but wondering on the inside. Is this really going to work out? Am I really strong enough, good enough? That voice, that creeping shadow is doubt. And let me tell you that it is not from God. Doubt is the language of the enemy. In turn, faith is the language of heaven. When doubt tries to overcome your faith, stomp it. Doubt will knock the loudest right before the breakthrough. When you're on the verge of something big, don't be surprised when doubt shouts the loudest. But why? It is because the enemy attacks what he fears. Look at Peter in Matthew 14. He saw Jesus walking on water and he said, "Lord, if it's you, call me out." And Jesus did. Peter stepped out in faith and for a moment he walked on water. But then he saw the wind. He took his eyes off Jesus. He looked at the storm and doubt crept in. And just like that, he began to sink. But what did Jesus do? Immediately, Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. "You of little faith," he said, "why did you doubt?" He didn't shame Peter. He reached for him. That's the Jesus we serve. He doesn't abandon us when we doubt. He rescues us. But he also reminds us you didn't have to sink. You just had to believe. So when you feel the wind, the fear, the pressure, don't look away. Don't doubt. Stomp it. Brothers and sisters, faith is a fight, not a feeling. Let's be real, isn't always easy. There are days when you feel nothing, days when prayer feels dry, days when the promise feels far away. But that's when you have to dig deep and fight. We walk by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5:7. That means you don't need to see the whole path. You just need to trust the one who laid it. Doubt says you're not qualified, but faith says, whom God calls, he equips. Doubt says you have failed too many times, but faith says, though a righteous man falls 7 times, he rises again. Proverbs 24:16. Doubt says God has forgotten you, but faith says, I will never leave you, not forsake you. When doubt starts listing your insecurities, start declaring your identity. You are chosen. You are loved. You are redeemed. People, you are His. Just stomp it. Speak God's word louder than the enemy's lies. When Jesus was tempted in the wilderness, what did he do? He didn't argue. He didn't panic. He said, "It is written." He spoke the word. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. Matthew 4:4. When the devil said, "If you are the Son of God," Jesus didn't get into a debate. He stood on truth. And we must do the same. When doubt says you are alone, you declare, God is my refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. When doubt says you'll never make it, you declare, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. That is my favorite passage in the whole Bible. And it is because it gives you just not comfort, but a sense of gratifying internal peace. If you truly put your trust in God, there is nothing that can break you. And when doubt says there's no way, you shout with God, All things are possible. Don't fight doubt with your feelings. Fight it with God's word. That's your sword. That's your weapon. And what must we do? Stomp it. Your faith has power. Even if it feels small, you don't need giant faith. You just need just the smallest amount of faith, just like in Matthew 17:20 says, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Let me say that again. You can say to the mountain, not wish, not hope, but move, and the mountain will move. Why? Um, because it is not about how big your faith is. It is about how big your God is and how strong your conviction is. So when that doubt rises up and tells you you don't have what it takes, just smile and say, you're right, I don't, but my God does. And I'm walking with Him. So I don't have to know how it all will work out. I just have to know who is working it out for me. And that's all the faith we need. So guess what? Stomp it. Faith is your fire. Don't let doubt put it out. You have a calling, a destiny, a divine purpose, and the enemy knows it. That's why doubt shows up, because your future scares hell. But you have got something inside of you that cannot be shaken. Greater is He that is in you than he that is in the world. 1 of John 4:4. You carry the Spirit of the living God. You carry the power of resurrection life. You carry victory, not because of what you have done, but because of what Jesus has already finished. So don't bow to doubt. Don't entertain it. Don't invite it in. Don't give in, and don't give it your time. Instead, stomp it. People, you have come too far to quit now. You have cried too many tears to give up now. You have prayed, you have waited, you have believed, and this is not the time to shrink. This is the time to stand. Having done all, stand. Ephesians 6:13. Stand in faith. Stand in courage. Stand on the word. And when the doubt comes, because it will, don't just ignore it. Crush it with truth. Bury it. Bury it under the weight of your belief. And walk forward, step by step, with faith on fire. Because the God who began a good work in you, He will be faithful to complete it. Philippians 1:6. So keep going. Keep believing. Keep standing. And stomp that doubt every single time it shows its face. And remember, in this space, the truths are unshaken. God bless you all.